In this episode for home sellers, we talk about selling your home on Zillow and using their Zestimate home price. This is episode 34 of the Inside Real Estate Show. With me, Darin Persinger of Persinger Group Real Estate, where we give you the insight behind the information, the analysis and advice to make smart home buying, home selling, and real estate investing decisions. Welcome to the show. This is InsideRealEstateShow.com. Thank you for watching us on YouTube or on our website or listening to us on one of the many podcast platforms that exist out there. In this episode, let me lay out what's going to go on for you. We got the letter of the day. We have some housekeeping to do, and then we're going to get into the main topic. So, that main topic is we're going to be talking a little bit about Zillow. Talked about it before, but it's just something that, whether I like it or not, it doesn't really matter. Because maybe this is your first time really thinking about selling your home, so you've not really given the thought or effort to what you need to do, and you look at Zillow as like, well, Zillow equals real estate equals Zillow, so I have to trust Zillow. And that's why I talk about Zillow a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I have to counter because of Zillow's marketing appeal out there. So we're going to get into that. But first, let's do the letter of the day.
What's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter? The letter of the day.
All right, this letter of the day actually comes in as a Zillow review. Ironic, right? Like I said, I have nothing against Zillow, but I do have to set the record straight. So I'm not anti-Zillow, I'm not pro-Zillow, I just like the record straight. Zillow's great at what they do. Too many people are confused about what Zillow really does. And I actually have an episode where I talk about that. I highly recommend. Check that out right here. If you're listening on the podcast, that would be episode 24. That'd be episode 24 if you're listening on the podcast. All right, so this letter of the day comes from a client that we just helped sell. Actually, I think she kind of lays it out for you here. But here's what she says. We've been lucky enough to have worked with Catherine twice in the past 4 years. She helped us buy our house. Then she also helped us sell it this year when we needed to move for work. Check out this video right here. Here's the listing tour. If you're watching this on YouTube or on our website, InsideRealEstateShow.com, here's the listing tour I created for that property. They go on to write, she's truly invested in each of her clients, and we feel as if we have a friend and not just a realtor. I needed this process to be as stress-free as possible, and she made it that. We are loyal Catherine fans, and when we're ready to purchase our next home in a year or two, we will be using her for sure. That is the letter of the day. All right, let's do some housekeeping here.
Housekeeping?
Little thing on housekeeping. Just as I showed you that tour, let me show you two more. These are our most recent. So this episode is for home sellers, just to give you a glimpse of what we do. And video is so important. I can't express it enough, so we'll just demonstrate it for you. Check out these two tours that we've done recently for home sellers. And if you're wanting something like that, which you should want that if you're thinking about selling your home, contact us. You can reach me, Darin at PersingerGroup.com, or just go to our website, PersingerGroup.com, and you can contact us there. Let's get into the main topic. Main topic today. The CEO of Zillow, his name is Spencer Rascoff. And again, I have nothing against Spencer. I've met him a few times. Seems like a nice guy, interesting guy, doesn't have a huge ego as I would imagine most CEOs do. I mean, I kind of have a big ego. But he seems like a very down-to-earth guy, even though he runs one of the most successful brands in real estate. Doesn't even have a private office at the Zillow headquarters. He has a walking desk. Very nice, relatable guy. So I have nothing against him personally. But what's interesting is he just sold his home. And keep in mind, this is supposed to be like a crazy seller's market, right? And he just recently sold his home for $1,050,000, which in Seattle, depending on parts of Seattle, isn't really that expensive. You know, it's all about context. So depending on where the home is, not really that, not that expensive. The problem was it took him 237 days to sell his home. That's well above average days on market. The other thing was the Zillow Zestimate, that so many home sellers go, well, Zillow says my home's worth this much. And that's what price they want to list their home at on the market. The problem is Spencer's home has its Zestimate listed on their website on Zillow.com, and the Zestimate was listed for $1.75 million. And it sold for just over $1 million. The Zestimate was 40% off on the CEO's own home. How accurate, I know. I'm not proud of that, but how accurate do you really think it is? When pricing your home, you need to look at the market. You need to look at your comparables and your competition. You can't just look at an algorithm, because we see how wrong an algorithm can be just on the CEO of Zillow's own property. It's off by 40%. So if your property was off by 40%, do you have 237 days to sell your home? What if you're off by 40% the other direction? It's too low. The algorithm is not the best way. Obviously, we have an antidote here to back this up. The algorithm is not the best way to price your home. Now, it's a fun way, maybe just to see what your home value has done over the last couple of years. It's an easy way to get a ballpark idea of maybe you're doing a calculation on your net worth. But if you're serious about selling your home, there's nothing like an actual real estate professional, a real estate advisor coming out, previewing the property, getting a lay of the land, figuratively and literally, of what your home has to offer, and looking at the comparables and the competition that exists on the market now. So I want to say congratulations to Spencer for finally selling his home, and let this be a lesson to all of us that the Zestimate does not determine the actual sales price, and it definitely shouldn't determine the list price. And we have Spencer Rascoff, the CEO of Zillow, to thank for that. So if nothing else, we've learned a valuable lesson thanks to Spencer. And I'm here to remind you that home is what you make it someplace you love.